It's time to break down more African Cup of Nations action this week, and let's go to Group F, which concludes on Wednesday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Now, both games in this group will be going down at that time between Tanzania and Congo and Zambia and Morocco. Let's look at Zambia and Morocco, and let's look at the standings right now. Everything is still to be decided with all the teams very close. Morocco being first with 4 points, Congo second with 2, Zambia third with 2, and Tanzania fourth with 1 point. So first, top 2, and the best third place team is all still on the line for everybody here. And in the odds between Zambia and Morocco, we see Zambia, the outsiders, at plus 500, the draw plus 275. Morocco favored at minus 154, over 2.5 goals plus 115. The under favored at minus 250. Both teams to score yes, plus 120. Both teams to score no, minus 163. Among the most favored players to get on the score sheet, the Moroccans will be dominating this list as the top 10 all come from the Atlas Lions, leading with Youssef and Nasseri at plus 150. He is tied for the 7th most shots overall in the tournament. There's with 7. Ayub El Kabi at plus 187. Also Hakim Ziyech, also a plus 187. He is among the shots on target leaders right now. With 3, only 6 players have more than him right now. So they will be all leading in the top goal scoring props. Then the first Zambians come in way down at Patson Daka at plus 450, Fashion Sakala at plus 550, and also Clytus Shamba. To recap these teams so far in AFCON, Zambia, the Chipolopolo, they've drawn both games at AFCON, first a 1-1 with Congo scoring first in the 23rd minute, but seeing Congo tie moments later in the 27th. Congo had a ton of shots in that game, leading 25-3 and 6-1 in shots on target. Next up, it was another 1-1 draw with Tanzania, but they fell behind in the 11th minute. They took a red card in the 44th minute, which would have looked like they might have been out of this game, but they fought back. They kept fighting, and Patson Daka scored the equalizing header off a corner kick in the 88th minute to get the draw. Despite being a man down, Zambia did lead in shots 11-6 and shots on target 4-2, and the corners 5-3. Morocco in this tournament so far, the Atlas Lions cruised to a 3-0 win over Tanzania in Matchday 1. Though it was just 1-0 until a Tanzania red card in the 70th minute before Morocco scored 2 more to get that 3-0 win. Morocco held Tanzania to just 2 shots and 0 shots on target. Next up, it was Congo. They had a similar result as Zambia did against Congo, drawing 1-1. Morocco struck early in the 6th minute through Akraf Hakimi, but Congo drew level in the 76th minute from Silas. Morocco had the shots edge 11-10, 4-2 in shots on target, 56% possession. Congo did lead in corners 5-3 in that game. Head-to-head, all-time Morocco recently is 3-1-2, and they won the most recent meeting in 2021, the African Nations Championship, 3-1. So that was not that long ago, just a couple years. Zambia won the meeting before that, though, a 2019 friendly, 3-2. There's been 2 or more goals between these teams in 5 of their last 6 meetings. Now Zambia now, going back and seeing at some of their recent form, they're now winless in 4 games. Those scores have been 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, and a 2-1 loss. With a 4-2 win prior to that, both teams' score bets are now a perfect 5-0 in their games. They've scored in 6 straight and also in 11 of 12 games. They've conceded, though, a goal in 5 straight and also in 16 of 20 games. There's been at least 2 or more goals in 15 of their last 18 games. Morocco is now undefeated in 7 games. They're 5-2-0. They have just 1 loss in 11 games. They've kept a clean sheet in 6 of their most 10 recent games. There's been 2 or more goals in 6 straight and in 13 of their 16 games. Morocco has scored in 8 straight games as well. So those are some key stats between these teams. Now let's look at a best bet. Zambia is going to have to attack here with 2 points and sitting in 3rd place. A loss means going home, while a draw could possibly still be enough to go through as one of the top 3rd place teams. A 0-0 draw is, though, unlikely, I think, between these teams. Morocco have 11 shots on target in this tournament through 2 games. They've only allowed 2 shots on target as well. They've scored in 8 straight games. Zambia will be missing their defender, Kabi, through suspension from that last game, getting the red card. Morocco scored in their last 11 African Cup of Nations games, and they now only have 2 losses in their last 11 AFCON games. Now, Zambia rarely wins games lately, but they also rarely lose games since going back to that 2012 AFCON title win. They're now 0-7-1 in their last 8 AFCON games. They have 5-1-1 draws in those 8 games. Both teams' score has gone 6-2 in that time. The under has also been a bet that's come into play, going 7-1 in that time. They have just one AFCON loss, though, in their last 14 games. And in their last 10 AFCON games, the under is 9-1. I think we could definitely see at least 2 goals in this game if you want to parlay over 1.5 with something else. Possibly a Morocco win. Zambia's just not been getting wins lately, but they will need to attack to get something out of this game. I think you could get better odds on both teams to score, though. If you think that Zambia can get on the score sheet, I definitely think Morocco will. Zambia has been getting on the score sheet lately. Morocco usually scores in all their games as well. So let's go both teams to score in this game at plus 120. That's my Zambia versus Morocco best bet. What's yours? Be sure to leave it in the comments. Do you think these teams will see goals, no goals? Do you think either can go deep into the competition and maybe win a title? Let me know in the comments, and best of luck with your AFCON picks this week.